Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to S Historia, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your historical guide, ready to take you on another mind-bending journey through the corridors of time. Today's discovery will challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient history. We're about to explore 13 incredible mysteries that demonstrate our ancestors possessed capabilities far beyond what we typically credit them with. Before we unveil these incredible secrets, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the historical mysteries we're about to reveal. Picture this scene with me. You're standing in the ancient quarries of Baalbek, Lebanon, face to face with stones that defy comprehension. The southern stone weighs approximately 900 tons, while the western stone tips the scales at an incredible 1,000 tons. But here's the mystery that has baffled archaeologists for centuries. How did ancient peoples even dream of moving these colossal megaliths? Recent excavations have revealed something incredible about Roman engineering capabilities. While historians generally attribute this work to the ancient Romans, we've never seen evidence of them attempting to extract such enormous megaliths anywhere else in their vast empire. This would be considered an impossibly difficult construction project to attempt today, let alone thousands of years ago. The trilithon of Baalbek sits uphill from the quarry, which means these massive stones would have required an inconceivable amount of power to drag or push uphill. What ancient technology could have accomplished this feat? This discovery challenges our understanding of Roman engineering and raises profound questions about lost construction techniques. Now let's travel to Spain, where a 5,000-year-old mystery continues to perplex researchers. The Dolmen de Soto represents one of the most magnificent underground structures from the Neolithic era. Discovered in 1922 by Armando de Soto Morillas, this incredible burial passage revealed 8 sets of human remains in fetal positions, surrounded by extraordinary grave goods. But here's what makes this discovery truly mysterious. The burial objects included marine fossils, a practice never before observed in Spain. What significance did these ancient peoples attach to burying their dead with fossils from the sea? Equally puzzling are the 43 standing stones surrounding the dolmen, each covered with intricate carvings showing knives, cups, human figures, and abstract shapes. 100 years after its discovery, we still don't know who was buried here or what these carefully carved symbols meant in relation to the burials. This archaeological mystery demonstrates the sophisticated symbolic thinking of our Neolithic ancestors. Imagine creating art so intricate that modern technology is required just to understand how it was made. That's exactly what we find with the Dutch boxwood carvings from the 15th and early 16th centuries. Only 135 of these miniature prayer altars have ever been found, suggesting they might have been the work of a single extraordinary artist. Here's what will blow your mind. These tiny altars are connected by hinges so small that the joints are completely invisible to the naked eye. We've only been able to determine how they were assembled using X-rays and microscopes. The pins holding everything together are smaller than grass seeds, impossible for human eyes to see. This raises an incredible question. How could someone in the Netherlands have assembled these without advanced technology? The only explanation archaeologists can offer is that the creator was so incredibly nearsighted they would have been nearly blind beyond 30 centimeters from their face. These masterpieces represent a level of microscopic craftsmanship that challenges our understanding of pre-modern capabilities. As we slowly accept that our ancient ancestors understood technology better than we usually credit them, it becomes possible to believe they might have grasped basic principles of electricity. This question arises because of the Baghdad battery, discovered in Iraq and dating back over 2,000 years. The artifact consists of a clay jar housing an iron rod surrounded by a copper lining. When tested under laboratory conditions, the Baghdad battery has proven capable of holding an electrical charge. This presents a massive historical problem. Were these ancient people experimenting with electricity? And if so, why didn't they develop the concept further? The design makes little sense as a decorative object, especially since it couldn't be seen unless the jar was opened. This discovery forces us to reconsider what ancient civilizations knew about electrical principles. The Renaissance master Leonardo da Vinci possesses a solid claim to having the greatest mind in human history. This polymath was light years ahead of his time in art, science, biology, and sculpture. And it appears he could also predict the future of military combat. Long before tanks crossed European battlefields, Da Vinci had conceived a basic idea of how they might look. His tank design included space for cannons facing outward and a removable upper section that could open to aid the driver's vision. While the wheels were probably too thin for muddy terrain and the crankshaft design appears flawed, we shouldn't fault him for these limitations. What's remarkable is that engineers successfully built a functional model of Da Vinci's tank based on his blueprints in 2010. His design represents a basic blueprint for the future of armored warfare. It would be incredibly useful to know when earthquakes are approaching. Areas could be evacuated before disasters occur, and countless lives could be saved. We struggle to predict earthquakes here in the 21st century, even with all our wonderful technology. Yet ancient Chinese were attempting such predictions during the 2nd century. Zheng Heng created this seismograph in the year 132 AD. Though it might look like an elaborately decorated vase, this device is incredibly sensitive and sophisticated. When placed on the ground, it can detect tremors occurring kilometers away, causing a pendulum inside to oscillate. If the oscillation exceeds a certain safety level, it releases one of the balls from the dragon's mouths attached to the seismograph's sides, dropping the ball into a frog's mouth below. This not only warns observers of an approaching earthquake, but also gives them an idea of the direction it's coming from. While probably not highly accurate for predicting directions and providing limited advance warning, it was certainly better than having no warning at all. Burying the dead with dignity was an important step in our ancient ancestors' development. Funeral practices and rituals vary dramatically from place to place and era to era. But archaeologists are amazed by the sophistication of this newly discovered burial site in southeastern Poland. This site features a large row of megalithic mounds that once contained 12 40-meter-long stone-lined tombs. The walls were supported by wooden palisades, one of which has survived to this day, with an entrance at one end and an atrium in the middle. Considering it was built around 5,500 years ago, this represents surprisingly advanced construction for its time. However, this might not have been the final resting place for those buried here. Archaeological evidence suggests bodies were periodically removed to be replaced by new ones, indicating people might have been placed here for a brief mourning period before permanent burial elsewhere. Hidden in County Meath, Ireland, lies Newgrange, a Neolithic tomb older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. Built around 3200 BC, it's part of the Por-Bajin complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that also includes the tombs of Noth and Dowth. Newgrange is a large circular mound surrounded by stones carved with megalithic art. The structure measures 85 meters wide and 12 meters high, constructed with approximately 200,000 tons of earth and stone from distant locations like the Wicklow and Mourne Mountains. At Newgrange's center lies a stone passage leading to a cruciform chamber used for burying cremated and uncremated human bones, suggesting its use in funeral rites. The passage is aligned to capture the winter solstice sunrise through a roof box, flooding the inner chamber with sunlight and highlighting the site's astronomical importance. The monument's facade, predominantly made of white quartz cobbles, and the presence of a surrounding stone circle further accentuate its ceremonial significance. Newgrange's historical importance deepens through its role in Irish mythology, believed to be a dwelling of deities like the Dagda and his son Angus. On the outskirts of northern Cusco, Peru, sits a massive complex rising to an altitude of 3,701 meters. Built in the 15th century under Inca leadership, Sacsayhuaman's architectural achievements continue raising questions about prehistoric civilization's capabilities. The structure is famous for its colossal dry stone walls composed of enormous blocks, cut with such precision they fit perfectly without mortar. The precision is such that not even paper can slide between many stones. This technique not only highlights the Incas' advanced understanding of masonry, but also their ability to manipulate large stones to resist seismic activity that frequently shakes the region. The largest stone is estimated to weigh nearly 200 tons. The question remains, how were these transported and carved with such precision using the limited technology available during that period? The strategic location on a steep hill offers a commanding view of the Cusco Valley, suggesting military use, yet the complexity and elegance of the stonework suggests significant ceremonial importance. Modern experiments attempting to replicate Inca mason precision have proven difficult, increasing the mystery of their construction methods. Throughout centuries, Sacsayhuaman has suffered looting and destruction, especially during Spanish conquest, when many stones were reused to build colonial Cusco. Today, only the largest stones remain, too heavy to move. So, located in Mexico's valley, about 40 kilometers northeast of what is now Mexico City, Teotihuacan stands as a testament to ancient Mesoamerican architectural prowess and urban planning. It's really famous for its monumental pyramids, like the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. And, interestingly, this city wasn't actually built by the Aztecs, but by an earlier civilization. The city was founded around 100 BC, with continuous construction of major monuments until roughly 250 AD. However, around 550 AD, the city experienced significant destruction and, during the 7th century, was abandoned, possibly due to extreme climate events between 535 and 536 AD. Teotihuacan's urban design centered on the Avenue of the Dead, which connected major ceremonial and administrative sites, including those incredible pyramids. The Pyramid of the Sun, one of the largest in all of Mesoamerica, rises over 66 meters and was built with 3 million tons of stone, without the use of metal tools, wheels, or draft animals. The construction techniques employed by the Teotihuacanos still aren't completely understood. The pyramids featured what's called a tablero talud structure, with alternating inclined and vertical panels, which provided both stability and an impressive visual appearance. And despite their massive size and sophisticated planning, there's actually no clear evidence of a centralized monarchy, suggesting the city might have been a theocratic or collective state. Por-Bajin is a mysterious archaeological site located on an island in Lake Tarakal in the Tuva Republic, Russia. This complex, dating approximately to the 8th century, has puzzled researchers due to its isolation and lack of clear evidence about its purpose and occupants. The name Por-Bajin translates as clay house in the Tuvan language, reflecting the site's primary construction with mud bricks. Por-Bajin's design is unusual, with walls up to 12 meters high surrounding a rectangular area of about 3.5 hectares. Within these walls lie remains of various structures, including a central building some believe could have been a temple or palace. The site's layout suggests Chinese architectural influences, leading to theories about its possible use by the Uyghurs, a Turkic group that established an empire in the region during that era. Por-Bajin's purpose remains debated. Some archaeologists suggest it might have been a military fortress, administrative center, or even spiritual retreat. Recent investigations involving advanced techniques like remote sensing and isotope analysis continue providing information about Por-Bajin. These studies suggest the site might have been built in a single monumental effort and used for a brief period before abandonment. Let's stay in Bolivia and travel near the famous Lake Titicaca, where an ancient settlement of about 4 square kilometers was discovered. According to historians, this civilization reached its peak around 800 AD, housing between 10,000 and 20,000 inhabitants. Numerous objects of historical relevance were discovered, including monumental structures, decorated ceramics, and megalithic blocks. While objects could quickly be assigned to a people who lived over 1,000 years ago, the monolith called the Gateway of the Sun continues causing speculation to this day. What the gateway represents in detail will probably remain unexplained forever, as historians, despite all investigations, haven't discovered any concrete clues about the monolith's meaning and purpose. In popular Bolivian belief, the Gateway of the Sun is considered a mystical place connecting the human world with that of the gods. Have you ever heard of Nan Madol? Probably not, as it's an archipelago in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. While in such remote paradisiacal corners you might expect only beaches and crystal-clear waters, in Nan Madol you'll find mysterious stone structures. Among the discoveries are palaces, temples, tombs, and dwellings built between the 6th and 15th centuries AD. The question that arises is, who would need to build something so grand in such a remote place? Scientists believe Nan Madol housed the local elite and high society members, perhaps as a local government residence. However, there's something strange. There are practically no freshwater sources on the archipelago. Is this place suitable for a capital or central government residence? In my opinion, it wouldn't make sense. Another version suggests the Nan Madol complex had cult and religious significance, which seems more plausible. However, it remains just a theory. The complex is heavily damaged, making it difficult to understand its true purpose. Fellow time travelers, what we've discovered today represents just a fraction of the incredible mysteries left by our ancestors. Each of these 13 enigmas forces us to reconsider our assumptions about ancient capabilities and knowledge. From the impossible precision of Inca stonework to the electrical experiments of ancient Baghdad, from the microscopic artistry of Dutch craftsmen to the astronomical alignments of Irish monuments, these discoveries paint a picture of human achievement far more sophisticated than we typically imagine. These mysteries remind us that human ingenuity, creativity, and technical skill have ancient roots. Our ancestors weren't primitive peoples stumbling through history. They were innovative problem solvers who developed remarkable solutions to complex challenges. What theories do you have about these incredible ancient achievements? Which mystery intrigues you most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible journeys through the corridors of time. Join us next time as we continue unlocking the secrets of lost civilizations. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, history is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. This exclusive historical analysis comes from S. Historical.